Hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
Thank dog it's Friday.
Yay, exactly. Friday. I think dog it's Friday. So happy to be with you guys and gals out there. This is going to be so much fun. We've got a really super spooktacular craft for today. We love hanging out with you guys and gals on our Canine Craft Fridays that we do all the time. This one is going to be super easy. It's really actually a popular craft, and we're just kind of putting our dogified twist to it. So we're going to be making a dog ghost out of cheesecloth, which will be really super fun and easy. We have some lessons learned that we can share with you on how to make it work so that you don't have to make all the mistakes that we did when we're putting it together. But they turn out super cute, and we can't wait to put one together with you. If you don't know who we are, I'm Patty, and I'm here with Hillary.
Hello, everybody.
And we're so festive in our kind of October wear. I love your sweater.
It's starting to be spooky season.
It is. And so if you don't know, again, who we are, we do all kinds of really fun dog themed crafts, dog treat recipes, dog gear, apparel, home decor, all kinds of really fun DIY crafts that are themed with our favorite pup, on the planet. We love our furry best friends, and it's just fun to kind of take some crafts and give them a little bit of a twist in honor of our furry best friends. So that's what we're doing today. And if you would like to tell all your friends and family, anybody that you know, any pet lovers in your life, what we're doing, that would be great. It really does help us out a lot. And if you really like what we're doing, we also have a Snuffle Toy Club that's really so much fun. Every month you get to make a new Snuffle toy for your best friend, and they go bananas for them. It's just been such fun having that together to do with you. So anyway, I'm kind of, it's Friday. Yeah. My brain is like everywhere. So anyway, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is some cheesecloth.
Before we jump in, I'm just gonna, so this, we've seen, and you've probably seen as well in your social media feeds and things like that, you've probably seen this craft. So it's a cheesecloth ghost. And our inspiration for it, we happen to have seen one that was from the Blended Nest. So on Instagram, I know, and I think on TikTok as well, but you can find her. That was sort of the inspiration for this particular craft. Yeah. And then we kind of blended too. So we have the cheesecloth ghost, and then the absolutely adorable photographs that people take with their dogs dressed up as a ghost. Yeah. So we're mashing those two together.
Exactly. Thank you, Hillary. Yeah. And so it's going to be so much fun. And yeah, the Blended Nest, she did a great job putting her ghost together, and it looked a lot of fun. She did one that was kind of antique-y looking. And so she used coffee instead of water, some thinned down coffee, which you could do as well. But basically you're going to take some cheesecloth, and you're going to want to open it up all the way before you dip it into your mixture that you're going to make here. And we've got 2 layers. You could do 3 or 4, just depends on how see-through your cheesecloth is, right?
Yeah. So mine is really mine's got some really wide holes. I would probably recommend, I did 2 layers on my first version of this. I would probably recommend, if you have the kind of really wide one that I have here, I would recommend probably 4. But you can, it'll work either way. But you can just as you start to put it together, you can kind of see, how
transparent you want it. Yeah. How many layers you want. And the other thing too, with regards to cheesecloth, I noticed in the comment section for the Blended Nest, a lot of people were asking, where do you get cheesecloth? So you should be able to get it at your local grocery store. Walmart has it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, just any local grocery store. But the tricky place is where to find it, right? So it's usually with all the kitchenware, like spatulas and
the baking kind of section where they have
and like all that kind of stuff. Egg timers or whatever, like all the kitchen gadgetry. It's usually in that section. And as Hillary said too, if it's not there, you can look in the baking section too to see if you can find it. So anyway, it was funny. I was in Walmart getting mine. This is This is the bag here that you look for. And I went and asked somebody because I was going up down about 3 or 4 different kitchen aisles. And I asked somebody, and he's like, I really don't know where it is. And there was one last kitchen aisle to go down, and it was like 3 feet away from me. It was like the last aisle. So I did find
it's
it.
It's always the last place.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so once you find it, it's totally worth it. It's great having on hand too for recipes and stuff. You can obviously put spices and things in soups. And if you want to like pull those spices out, it makes it really easy to do that. So it's always nice to have on hand. So anyway, so you've got 2 cheesecloth. And then I've got just a little bowl here of some water. I basically just have the water covering the bottom, kind of what you can see Hillary's. It's just enough to cover the bottom, basically. And then we're going to add I just have some good old Elmer's glue, but you can have.
I have the clear glue because this is what I had on hand. And you want a pretty healthy dose of the glue. So it might not be quite 50-50, but you really want to get that glue in there. That's what's going to hold this together. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. In fact, the first time I did it, I had way more water than glue. It worked, but after a couple of days, my little doggie started to melt. It started to look like a melted snowman. So yeah, you really want to get a good amount of glue in there, which is what I need to do.
And I have mine left over from yesterday. So this is already glue and water mixture, and it does last. So, and especially if you put a lid on it, it'll last. So if you were making this craft like with your kiddos or something like that, you can kind of spread it out over a couple of days if you need to.
Yeah.
And
well, and it's fun to make more than just one.
Yes. So. It's hard not to make more than just one.
All right. And then I'm just going to stir mine up, get it good and mixed, mixed well. All right. And then you just put your cheesecloth inside, and you just want to make sure it all gets wet, nice and soppy wet. And you can turn it over and smush it and make sure there's enough covering it. All right. So once we have that, you can set that aside for just a second. And we're going to build our base. Clean my hands here real quick. Yeah. Get glue all over. So then once you have your base, we're going to have, okay, you guys and gals, I have puppy brain right now. I have not been sleeping for weeks. We have a new puppy. So my head is like total, I feel like a total space cadet right now. So you're going to get just a plastic cup, any kind of size, that you want. You can make these as big or as small. That's the other fun part, is you can really change the size of these if you'd like. And then you're going to take some aluminum foil, and you're going to make kind of a little doggy head. So you can see here's the head and here's the snout. Just make a shape, and you're going to put that on top. So just know that the foil that you're going to add is going to make it taller than the cup or whatever that you're using as the base. It will add some height to that. So at first I was thinking, I need a couple cups because it needs to be tall enough. But then I realized with the foil, I really didn't need it that tall. And then you're going to take some more foil and just kind of tuck it up next to your cup. It doesn't have to be secured or anything. And then that's really kind of the rump area for your pup that you're making.
Yeah. It just kind of gives that a nice shape to the dog, like it's sitting. So
yeah, exactly. And then now you take your cheesecloth, and we're going to open that all back up.
And this is the fun part, but it's also a little bit on the messy side. So it's nice to have like either some wax paper down, or I'm using like a potty pad for a pup. So.
I just have a vinyl tablecloth here.
Yep.
Make sure that I cover my table. Something waterproof, basically.
And mine, because mine are so wide, it does make it a little tricky to get it pulled apart again.
Pull apart, so. Yeah. And you're just gonna lay that
and just
down.
Be gentle with it to work out those edges.
Right. All right. And no, even if like I've got it covered on this side, but I don't have it completely covered on the side that's facing me, that's okay because we've got a couple layers that we're doing. And again, you can do more than 2 if you'd like to really get it covered nicely. And you can kind of lay one way in one direction and lay the other one in the other direction to make sure everything's completely covered.
Yeah, and you can, like, as you lay it down, you can kind of continue to unfurl the edges if you need
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm doing. It's amazing how bunched up it gets when it's wet. This is such an easy craft. Kiddos could do this. I mean, it's just so much fun. Everybody in the family could put one together, or you could do one for all the dogs that you have in your house.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's a fun tradition you could do. You could
Oh,
make
yeah.
these like it's sort of like dyeing Easter eggs or something like that. It's like you can make your own ghosts each year. You can kind of decorate them differently if you wanted to. So,
Exactly. All right, so once you have it on here, now you're gonna start using your hands to form it to the, foil, and so you can pull like I'm pulling it up close to the eyes so that I get a nice shape at the top of the head, and then to help with the muzzle and the chin area, I kinda just pull the fabric back, pull the cloth back a little bit to give me a little bit more of a chin that stays in place. Hillary, you have another trick that
yeah,
you
so
use.
for mine, because I'm using kind of smaller pieces, I had a very limited amount of cheesecloth left because I use it all the time. So I use just a little bit of twine here and loosely tied a piece of twine around the edge to pull that chin area in.
Yeah.
So
But you can see, like, if you have and see, I just pulled it back and you can tell
yep.
that I've got a nice little chin. And it's cute to have the face kind of pointing up, the head pointing up, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna have it holding a little Halloween pumpkin, which will be cute, a little jack-o'-lantern.
So here you can see mine, it because my pieces aren't quite long enough, I need to just pull that in just a
Right.
smidge.
Right,
So
and you
that's
have a
where I
larger
use
chin too, a
yep.
larger muzzle, so that's another reason that the string will really help.
And with the string, so just don't tie it very tight. That's kind of the key. And then when after it's all dry, you can cut it off before you try to take the dog mold off your cup. So, and you really don't need it very tight. It's just giving that illusion of the
Right.
muzzle. So there you can see it kind of gives that little edge that I need.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm pulling up in the back to kind of have some of this come down on the where the eyes are, just kind of play with it. Um, just move it wherever you think it looks the best. And then you can let that air dry overnight. If you're impatient, you can use a hair dryer or a heat gun to dry it. And I've been actually want to make sure that the back end looks like it's haunches in the back so that it's not straight down.
Yeah. And it just take your time, but you do have time because this will stay
Yeah.
pliable for a good long while.
Oh,
And
right.
so you can continue to kind of work on the shape if you need to. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not like
It
it's
looks so
stuck down
cute.
immediately or anything.
Right. And in fact, as I come back and check it, I even thought about using some fabric glue to kind of glue some of the folds in place or
Mm.
make sure that it's, that it doesn't come apart if I take it off. I didn't do that, but it's certainly something you could do. Just depends on what your form looks like and all that good stuff. So, all right. So that's that. We're going to just set this aside and let it dry. And then we're going to grab the one that we've already done for today. So here's our dry one. Oh, they look so cute. Looks like a little puppy dog sitting down.
It's so cute.
They're so cute. All right. Well, now we're going to just add more character to it. So you're going to need some orange and black felt, little white felt if you have it, but really just orange and black is all you need. And out of the black felt, you're going to cut out some ears and eyes and nose.
Yeah, this is where it really gets its personality and kind of comes to life. So.
Exactly. My favorite thing is to put the nose on first. I don't know why. I just love the nose to go on first. It's so cute. And of course, we're using our favorite Fabrifix from Beacon. It's the best fabric glue ever when we use it for more than just fabric, actually. But we love it. It works so well. It's really got a nice tack to it, but it's also pliable, so you can play around with it.
Yeah, it's forgiving and
I just love the little
nose.
It
so immediately cute. Makes
I know, it's like my favorite thing. It's so cute. Just get a cute little nose on it. All right, we'll put some eyes. And you can use whatever color. Obviously, we're doing black for kind of that ghost effect, but you could do blue eyes or whatever, green eyes if you wanted.
I've also seen this project. I guess Dollar Tree has kind of a ghost like decoration. So I've seen some people using that to create their ghost. So rather than the cheesecloth, there's one that's from the Dollar Tree that's kind of a gauzy type of material.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then again, it's got kind of spooky eyes on it, and so people are just switching it up for a little cuter eyes and creating that little
you could use googly eyes. That would be cute too.
That would be cute.
Yeah, that's adorable. I'll just put on some good looking hound dog ears, floppy ears.
And this is the part, like, it's just a few circles, a little triangle. You really, like, you can keep it super simple. You don't have to get real detailed here.
Yeah, it almost starts to look like Snoopy with the black and white.
That's what my husband kept on saying. It looks like, even when it was just on the mold still, it looks like Snoopy.
So cute. Really easy. So fun. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. They're adorable. All right, so they're going to get even cuter. They're going to get even, you could leave it like that, but they're going to get cuter. So the next thing you're going to want to do is we're going to snip, and this is why it was important to kind of have a chin. We want to snip 2 holes right kind of in the mouth area, about 1 inch apart in the fabric.
Mine might actually be wide enough holes that I don't need to.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. Because I'm kind of maybe having to pinch it, and it kind of distorts the face a little bit, but that's okay. You can get it back. Okay. All right, so I've got my 2 little holes.
Okay.
I can tell you're doing a basset and I'm doing a little ginger. Like, it's so funny, you know, like you can tell the kind of dogs we have at home and what resonates with our brains, like, as the cutest thing ever. So then we're going to take some jute, and we just need maybe 3 or 4 inches of jute twine or ribbon, whatever you have on hand. I'd say maybe this is probably 4 inches, 3.5 inches. So just a little snippet. And then you're going to make, out of the orange and black, You're gonna make a little pumpkin. Yay. I love the personalities of these. They're great. So this is the jute becomes the handle of our little jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. So we're going to attach it to one side only on the back of the pumpkin, the back of the jack-o'-lantern.
And you can kind of play with the length too, depending on the size of your dog and stuff. So
right. Well, that's true. Yeah. All right. Okay, I've got one kind of glued there, a little tacky. I've got my handle kind of up in the air. All right, and then we're going to just thread the other end through the 2 holes in the puppy dog. And you might need to get your hand up in there just to kind of guide it through the holes. And it's okay if the shape of your pup changes, because you can always put it back in position as you're doing this.
You might. I kind of lost my holes, so I'm just gonna have to.
Yeah, and mine is a little small, so I'm just trying to twist it to get it through.
And it's very forgiving, so
yeah,
does not have to be.
You can tell him. Got it thread through there. Got a little string that's not wanting to come through. There we go. All right, once you get the other end through, then you're just going to glue that onto the other end of your jack-o'-lantern on the back side.
And I left my string kind of long here until I had it all the way through to figure out how long it would need to be for the handle. So you can trim that off afterwards.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
And you could use hot glue as well. If you are using hot glue, especially for like the dog face, be very careful, because obviously that cheesecloth doesn't offer any protection. So you'll want to be careful.
All right, now that oh my gosh, so cute. They're adorable. These are adorable. They're so much fun.
Just shortening up my. Yeah, they turn out so cute. And you could put little fairy lights inside them too. You can,
exactly.
You can really kind of personalize them however you want to, but they're so cute.
And I love the different personalities, right? I love that yours is so different than mine. And wouldn't this be fun on a tablescape? Like just have a bunch of little doggies with their little jack-o'-lanterns, and all the jack-o'-lanterns have different faces and the doggies have different looks and feel. I mean, it would be just adorable to do something like that. So, well, we hope we've inspired you to get out there and make some cheesecloth dog ghosts. This was so much fun. Thank you again to the Blended Nest for the inspiration, and for all of those out there that are cutting a sheet with holes in them for their dogs to wear for Halloween and take pictures, because that's the kind of mashup that we did. Really just had so much fun giving it a try. And I guess one of the things that I would say is be sure to have enough glue, more glue than water in your mix if you can, because this was the one I made the other day, and it's just kind of like falling apart. It's kind of melting here. And it had way more water than glue. I mean, it's still got some stiffness to it. And you could use Mod Podge Stiffy. You could use liquid starch. There's some other things that you can use as well. We just happen to have some Elmer's glue on hand and some water, and, just work with what you've got, and you can create something really cute and adorable for you to enjoy.
These are so fun. If you guys do end up making some, please tag us, and let us see your creations
Yeah, I'd
because
love to see the
it
pictures.
is so fun to see, what you all are creating. And if you have some other ideas of things that you'd like to see from us, please
Yeah,
put it in the comments. We love hearing your ideas. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, all of those things help us out a ton. And yeah, we
right.
hope we've inspired you to do a fun craft this weekend. This one is super easy. It it's just scraps really and some
Yeah,
cheesecloth, and then it's
right.
so fun. So give it a try. Let us know how it works for you guys.
Exactly. Thanks, everybody. Have a
Thanks,
great day.
everyone.
Enjoy
Bye
your
bye.
weekend.